Yes. Hello, fellow Toastmasters. Welcome to the joint meeting of Pediatric Cipto and as well the Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club. And today we'll have a very special meeting as we have an educational speaker here. But before we embark on this very fun meeting, I'd like you to turn on your camera so that your face is within the video frame so we can see if you're happy, sad, or if you're responding to our speaker. And please keep your microphone on mute if you are not the one speaking. So when it is your turn to speak, just remember to unmute your microphone. And be fully present and have fun. Pay attention and participate actively. Use the chat box to leave any feedbacks or encouragements to the speaker. And therefore, I would like to officially open the meeting by clapping once. Yes, welcome everyone to the joint meeting of Pediatric Cipto and OF Toastmasters Club. And we'll begin by explaining the introductions of Toastmasters by Toastmasters Meidy. Please, Toastmasters Meidy.
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Mutia. Hi, everyone. Finance Toastmasters Club, and today I'm going to explain a little bit about what is Toastmaster, since I've seen a soon-to-be Toastmaster, but he was here, but I think he's kind of gone. But you know, we're just going to carry over in case there is a soon-to-be Toastmaster suddenly comes in, so that they kind of understand, they kind of grasp what is Toastmaster actually. Let me share my screen. Okay. So welcome to Pediatric Cipto and Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club joint meeting. Yay! Before we start, what is Toastmasters Club actually? So Toastmaster Club is the Toastmaster International, is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. We have 364,000 members across 145 countries with 16,200 plus clubs. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So if we are coming to school, we kind of know that our school or our academy or our universities has major. In Toastmasters, we have pathways. So pathways is the path that best aligns with your interests and objectives. There are 11 pathways that you can choose based on your interest and your purpose in joining Toastmasters, starting from presentation mastery, dynamic leadership, effective coaching, engaging humor, innovative planning, leadership development, motivational strategies, persuasive influence, strategic relationship, team collaboration, and visionary communication. In each meeting, we have roles. Perhaps for the first timer, it's kind of confusing to see those little code in front of our name. So that codes point out our roles in our meeting. So in Toastmaster meeting, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 roles. Each has their own roles, and later on in our introduction, our role takers will introduce themselves and their roles respectively. Okay, so if you're a first timer, don't worry. You have time to process each roles and their functions. Okay. We have Tom, TTM, GE, timer, counter, Grammarian, and Ballot counter. So I kind of forgot to explain. Actually, Toastmasters Club is not an English club. Perhaps in Ministry of Finance area, people know that AhnWoD Toastmasters is an English club. No, actually, just like any other Toastmaster, we are focusing in public speaking and also leadership skills. And we use various languages as our main language. But for pediatric and also MOF, we use English. We also have bahasa Bahasa Indonesia Toastmasters Club, just like Jabat with DTM Harlina here. If you're interested, later on DTM Harlina could promote her club with Bahasa. And we also have Mandarin, Japanese, Koreans, with any other clubs with their own languages. So today, since it is a joint meeting, I'm going to give a little overview about both clubs. First is the Pediatric Cipto Toastmasters Club. You can visit their Instagram page at pediatric_TMC. They have their weekly meeting on Monday at 4 to 5:30 p.m. Jakarta time. If you want to visit their meeting, you could just simply RSVP their meeting through the link here. And also my club, second club, is Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club. You could visit our Instagram page at MOF Toastmasters Club. We have our weekly meeting every Friday on Zoom at 5 to 6:30 p.m. Jakarta time. And also, if you want to visit our meeting, you could simply RSVP your presence. So it's kind of unique today, right? The Monday meeting and Friday meeting meet on Tuesday. So it is, we want to show that we are collaborating. So we choose the day between Monday and Friday. So we meet in the middle, okay? So we highly encourage you guys, if you want to hone your public speaking, your leadership skill, and also you want to, you want to widen your connection, don't hesitate to join us every week through Pediatric Cipto's meeting every Monday, or through MOF Toastmaster meeting every Friday. I think that's all, a little introduction about Toastmasters Club. I'm going to give the control back to our chair, Toastmaster Mutia.
Thank you, Toastmasters Meidy, for the explanations of Toastmasters. So yes, you can either join the meeting on Monday or on Friday. You're always welcome on both clubs. And therefore, I would like to welcome the Toastmasters to the meeting today, Toastmasters Meidy.
Hi again, everyone. It's me again with another hat. So now I'm going your Tom of the day. Yay! Welcome everyone, fellow Toastmasters, soon to be Toastmasters. Welcome to Pediatric Cipto and Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club joint meeting. Yay! So if you guys ever feel kind of under the weather in the past week, or do you feel kind of burnout for several days due to the deadlines? It is the last day of the month, right? For everyone working as an accountant, you call it closing day, right? Where all the accounts, all the transactions has to be, reported. I don't know what, but last day of the month, kind of stressing for you guys, okay? Fret not. Today, we have the best medicine for you. Not because pediatric consists of doctors, but because we want to have fun tonight. So our theme for tonight is laughter is the best medicine. Woohoo! So hopefully everyone who feels kind of under the weather, you don't feel energized, tonight we can recharge you with laughter, with jokes, and everything that can, that can trigger your laughter. Okay. Now I'm going to check. Do we have all the role takers ready? Yeah. Is Toastmaster Nicko here?
Yes.
Yes. Toastmaster Meidy.
I have to make sure everyone's ready before we carry on. Okay, so just like what I've explained before with my previous hat as the introduction giver, in every Toastmaster meeting we have role takers, right? So for our soon to be Toastmaster, this is the chance for you to get to know more about our role takers that will be introduced by our GE Toastmaster Dalton. So Toastmaster Dalton, please introduce your team for tonight.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the meeting. My name is Dalton and I'm your general evaluator. I would also like to introduce the supporting roles of my teammates in this meeting, which are Grammarian, counters, evaluators, and Ballot counters. But before that, let's first call upon the first role player. Is it counter, if I'm not wrong? Yeah, counter, please introduce yourself.
Toastmasters Aan, it's your turn.
Well, thank you very much, Toastmaster Dalton, for the introduction. Hi, everyone. A very good afternoon to you. A very good evening to you all. And the purpose of the and W counter is to note the words and maybe the sound that use as the pause or maybe filler words. And I'm gonna give the notes after and in the end of the meeting. And also I will note of all of the speaker who mentioned our WOD. So that's all. Back to you, Toastmaster Dalton.
Very much. So do take note of your crash words and filler words because she will be looking after us as well. So that includes me as well. Moving on, I would like to call upon the person that is looking after our time to introduce herself. Let's welcome Rani to introduce the timer's role.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, G. Toastmaster Dalton. So everyone, hi, I'm Mutia. I am acting as the timer. So basically my role is to keep the tracking time and giving me signal time. So I would like to change my virtual background into green when it reaches the limit of time, and amber in the middle of time, and red when the time is reached the limit. And I will report at the end of the session. That's all. Back to you, GE, Toastmaster Dalton.
Thank you very much. So the lighting system is an indicator for us to know how much time we have used during our speech delivery. So everyone do take note because time is also crucial in a Toastmasters meeting, as this is a simulation of a real world working event. So if we can go according to the agenda, that would be great as well. Moving on, the person that will be looking after our English for tonight's meeting, and that would be Toastmasters Mutia to introduce her role.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters. I'm Mutia, and today I will be the grammarian. And as a grammarian, I will take notes of any English misuses that you have said during a meeting. And it is also my responsibility to introduce you the word of the day. It's witty. So witty. There is no T sound, but D, witty. So it simply means showing or characterized by quick and inventive verbal humor. It's an adjective. For example, Toastmasters Amran might have a witty sense of humor, but he always has words of wisdom to say to me. And I will also take notes of the quotations that are memorable for me. And that will be all. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Mutia. That is very witty of you because even the Zoom meeting password, you put the password as witty. So I was thinking that must be something that is really something for us. And I feel that is a very playful moment coming from you. Moving on, I would like to call upon the Ballot counter to introduce his role.
Hello everyone, my name is Ayyasy, and today I have duty as Ballot counter. So don't forget to give your best voting to your best speaker as your opinion to me at the end of the meeting. That's all from me. Back to GE.
Thank you very much, Ayyasy. And as your general evaluator, I'll be evaluating what had happened throughout the meeting. And this is an opportunity for all of us to learn from each other's based on what we observe and also what we listen. This is crucial. As Toastmasters, we learn feedback from each other. As a general evaluator, I give feedback upon those evaluators and those people who have performed in this meeting. So this is a way for us to provide the insight to improve ourselves and also an opportunity for guests to harvest some benefits of Toastmasters learning curve. With that, let's begin the prepared speech session. I will pass the control to the Toastmaster of meeting, Toastmasters Meidy. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dalton and your team for the introduction. Yes, those are our role takers for tonight. Before we start, I'm going to give you a glimpse of today's agenda. Today, we are going to have three main agendas. The first is the prepared speech, and also the second is educational speech by DTM Natali. And lastly, we are going to have the evaluation session. I hope that those three agendas will lead us into more witty speeches later. Yes, are you ready, guys? We are going to jump right into our first agenda, in which we're going to listen to a prepared speech that will be given by Toastmaster Nicko. Tonight, Toastmaster Nicko will be evaluated by DTM Ravee. So, DTM Ravee, please introduce your speaker.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Meidy, am I right? I hope I pronounced it correct. It's a witty occasion today, so I don't want to stumble there. All right, this evening, my privilege to evaluate the speaker that you mentioned, and the title is Flexing and Its Consequences. But the purpose statement is as follows. One, to learn about and practice facilitating a Q&A, a question and answer session. And secondly, to practice delivering an informative speech and running a well-organized Q&A session. The member is responsible for managing time, so there is adequate opportunity for both. So there are two portions here. Let's get this clear. One, an informative speech, and then following that, a Q&A. Total, he has 15 to 20 minutes. I requested the club for a slightly longer evaluation session, but they said, unfortunately, no. So still stick to 2 to 3 minutes then. So anyway, I always believe if there's more meat, there's more to be assessed, but maybe a program element does not allow. It's fine. It's fine. So 2 to 3 minutes, you'll get the bang for the buck, so to say. So back to you, Toastmaster Meidy. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, DTM Ravee, for the quick introduction. So we are going to listen to the prepared speech by Toastmaster Nicko. Wait. So Toastmaster Nicko, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
All right, Toastmaster Nicko, flexing and its consequences. Flexing and its consequences, Toastmaster Nicko.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meidy. Good evening, dear fellow masters and also AhnWoD guests. And then happy weekend in Indonesia, because tomorrow we will have holiday. I think we will have big smile. And then I would like to ask you to participate in this session, because since the objective of my speech is question and answer, so I will share my screen regarding this kind of thing. So I would like to raise a question. When you see these pictures, what comes into your mind? Any volunteer?
Okay, mine.
Okay, please. I couldn't see your name.
Yeah, it's like a jet set, super rich, super heavy, spicy.
Okay. So, any?
Yes, I would say show off.
Show off. Okay. Any? Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Adina. Any volunteers?
Yes.
The rich and famous.
Pardon?
Lifestyle of the rich and famous.
Okay, rich and famous. Okay. Regarding back to my experience, this has happened to me when I was in junior analyst. It was back in a few years back that I promoted to be a junior analyst. And at that time, my first assignment to do roadshow through Europe and America. So my company assigned me, and then they gave me business ticket, flight ticket with Singapore Airlines from Jakarta to New York, John F. Kennedy. So believe me that at that time, I didn't sleep at all because I was so proud that I was in business class. And then when I see this picture, it reflects to my experience, yeah, few years back. That now when I see this picture, it is embarrassing, basically, to be honest. But yeah, this the phenomenon that we will see in our daily life. And then probably you know that this, you see this picture, yes, already, yeah, okay. Okay, probably you know the verb that there is one verb, we call it poverty scream, but wealth whispers. Do you believe that? Then I met many, let's say, success businessmen, many wealth people, yeah. They are in, let's say, in silence. So if we, let's say, probably in Indonesia, this famous picture, we all know, yeah, that Indonesia, we have, let's say, we have we have Juragan 99. Did you know that? And then
Yeah,
we have
of course.
Siska Kol, and they have nasi goreng things. And then the famous guy in the left. I think all of this kind of, we call it flexing, yeah, when they show off in the social media. If we surf in the, let's say, if we surf in the social media, then we will see that we will find that many public figures, let's say celebrities, artists, and even social officials showing off what they have in terms of money, the goods, probably the lifestyle, of luxury lifestyle, let's say. So we see this, it's many. We can see that this our phenomenon in social media, yeah. And then basically, what is this, the flexing itself? Flexing is a slang word for the behavior of people who often show off wealth on social media. Of course, this phenomenon lately happens with the presence of social media, that the social media deletes people's privacy for showing existence. So within clicks, many people can see the flexing, even go viral. See that this kind of thing now happens. So of course, many pros and cons about this phenomenon. Many criticize that flexing is the only sharpening the gap in our society. Even flexing is only for people not yet rich or just tricks. So do you have any idea why people do flexing? Anybody wants to answer my question? Why people?
May I?
Yes, please.
Master Nicko? Yes, because I think because they need a validation from the people in the social media.
Okay. They need validation. Any comments? Why people do flexing?
Because perhaps they feel inferior previously. So by showing how rich they are, they felt superior.
Even, thank you for the answer. Even people do this for business motive, right? That's their strategy, their marketing strategy. Let's say to show that I am the wealthy guy. I have a success regarding my businesses. So please follow me. So to be my follower. So this kind of thing that like marketing strategy, yeah. So when I quote the Professor Renal Kasali. He is a lecturer in University of Indonesia. Yeah. So if people really, let's say, rich, so a bit embarrassed talk about wealth. If people still see a price tag, so usually they are not rich yet. So the rich man usually quietly. So if we, I can add that I agree with his opinion that if wealthy people don't do plexing, instead they keep their privacy. So probably we know that there are ultra rich people like Elon Musk. Probably all of us knows him, or Mark Zuckerberg with the Facebook icons. So almost do not show off on social media. Even Elon Musk himself reported that he doesn't have asset in the of private house. So Mark Zuckerberg, we just wear clothes or plain shirts on the same color almost every day. So, however, some people are rich for various reasons, showing off with the motive to get much flattery, probably, image, or business motive and actualization that Toastmaster Gusti mentioned earlier. So, what is worrying is the flexing people is who claim to be rich and justify all means. So, like including borrowing or scamming to show in social media. So, for the number of likes, probably just number of clicks, recognition, or even bad intention. Probably all of us. Does any of you watch the Swindler on Netflix channel? See that? Probably you know how a professional cheater saw his jet set lifestyle, right? On his social media. And then he succeeds, cheat, I'm sorry to say, many women through the Tinder app. So I think those women so fee him for his lifestyle. So probably some like some like that so that a billion rupiahs bank account probably in Indonesia, yeah, through enormous debt, VIP facility, even scamming for Hajj and Umroh. So it's a very, very ironic, yeah. And then, ironically, many people adore them with embedding the status of a sultan, crazy rich, billionaire, and so on, even though they are just camouflage on social media. So in China, China forbids and then give them penalties in terms of harassment and impressment, flexing in the public figures, yeah, for public figures. And then, what is the consequence of flexing? This is consequence of flexing. Firstly, is the security threat. When they show off on social media, it will trigger crime. Many cases occur by stealing artists' valuable goods or public figures from showing them off on social media. For example, Baim Wong has a TV program called Giveaways. Probably all of you already watched the program, yeah? And then he lost his motorcycle and then cell phone. Finally, the guard stole that good, yeah. That's the first thing. The second thing, flexing will be pursued by the Directorate General of Taxation. As you see on the screen, that because in Indonesia, yeah, because they call it when Raditya Dika went to Raffi Ahmad house, and then he found that there is new car, Lamborghini and then Rolls Royce, and then suddenly the Directorate General of Taxation sent the Twitter that to Raditya Dika just to remember Raffi Ahmad to pay the tax. It means that Directorate General of Taxation, which actively monitor public figures, especially those who frequently show off their wealth. And then if authorities can also check the funds or financial resource. For instance, in Indonesia, we have the case of ex-Garuda stewardess, we call it CV, who turned out to be proven to accept funds from the bribery case of ex-Director General of Taxation. So it means it triggered the check from Directorate General of Taxation. And then finally, and then third, social media followers also feel insecure and even stressed out about their life. When they keep being bombarded by flexing, it will cause insecurity and inferiority. At the same time, they have to struggle to survive. So it is also possible that a sense of injustice, jealousy, and rebellion arise. Primarily, if it is known that officials do flexing as a result of abuse of power, let's say, and then it can endanger the social order of society. So I will suggest that it will be nice if we act appropriately. Most important, don't forget to be grateful and contribute to those around you. And then I just remember the quote that the sky does not need to say it is high, because it should be high. And then remember, about the sky, there is still another sky. So there is no point to show off wealth in social media if we believe that we are already rich. Until this session, do you have any question and then discussion regarding this topic? Please help me with this. Yes, please, Toastmaster Mutia.
Yes, Toastmaster Nicko, I'd like to ask a question. Is it a good thing to start a business by flexing?
Thank you very much. That's a great question, Mutia. To start, let's say, business just to show off success, it means that we encourage the investor to come to our company and invest. It usually do it by startup company. Yeah? You know, the startup, they have in finance, we call it capital structure. Most of the capital come from we call it equity. So it means they don't have exposure to the debt, because the bank will not, let's say, the bank will not trust them because they don't have capability to raise the money. So it means for startup, usually they do flexing to attract the investor to invest their money in terms of equity. And then at that time, the investor will bear high risk if they do not know what is the core business of this kind of startup. So please be careful regarding this business scheme. Many happen already, but if I can elaborate the answer. So if we see the startup in the US, so primarily they go to the capital market. We call it stock exchange or Bursa Efek Indonesia, because in Indonesia, bank acts as intermediary, but in US, bank doesn't play a role as intermediary. Capital market will be the primary source of the financing term. I think, do you have any suggestion, Toastmaster Mutia?
Nope, it's very clear and detailed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Mutia. Does any fellow Toastmaster want to raise the question? Please.
Yes, me.
Please?
Me.
Yes. Okay. Ayyasy.
Ayyasy. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
I
Sorry.
have questions, sir.
Yes.
Maybe they do flexing to attract people. So the
Yeah.
question is how to attract people in order to they trust us or they appreciate us so we can do our mission.
Okay. Okay. And then that's the good question also from Ayyasy. So Lex. Okay, it's already yellow. Okay. There's authenticity. So in the last session, I say that there's 3 core questions that investor ask the CEO. It means, so please tell the clear objective and then tell them the truth, even if the obstacle. So based on that, the investor know that we have lesson learned if we can succeed from this obstacle. So please tell them and then show them authenticity. Okay. Ayyasy, thank you very much. I think,
Not it.
okay, it's already yellow. So thank you very much for your kind attention. Please give back to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nicko. Everyone, please give a round of applause for our prepared speaker, Toastmaster Nicko. Wow, that was a great insight because it happens recently, yeah.
Yeah.
The trend of flexing. Okay, until they are being caught by KPK, yeah.
Yeah. Please be aware.
We have to be cautious, yeah. Yeah. For example, I'm still single, Toastmaster Nicko. So sometimes we got attracted by men who show off their wealth. So from your speech, I learned to be cautious. Don't trust people easily because sometimes they flex just to attract our trust. But in the end of the day, their wealth is actually sometimes a bluff, right?
Yeah.
It's like those investors, right?
Yeah. Right. If you want to discuss this topic, so we will have special session. Yeah. How to track the real man.
Where do you come from? The club, Toastmaster Nicko?
Batara.
Oh, Batara. All right. Perhaps another collaboration later, yeah, with MOF.
Yeah.
We have people from General Directorate of Taxation, just like what you said. We have friends from Director General of Customs, right? So I think it will be very linear with what we've worked daily. Okay. From your speeches, I learned that we as a human, we have to behave appropriately, right? We have to be modest. We have to stay humble. We have to stay grounded because even if we are above the sky, there will be another sky above the sky, right? Endless sky, right?
The real man doesn't need to say I am a real man. He doesn't need to say that. You can see that.
Okay. So another tip, perhaps for those single ladies out there, if you want to find a husband, don't find someone who says I'm rich. Okay. Just look at them.
Yeah.
Okay? Do they look rich? If not, cross.
Yeah. Trust your gut feeling.
Trust your gut feeling. Okay. I love how Toastmaster Nicko deliver his speech with his witty sentences. You know, even though his material is kind of heavy, not kind of heavy. I mean, like it's a serious talk, but due to his delivery being sometimes witty, I'm so happy that I laughed several times hearing his speeches and also his little snippets, with these snippets. I hope that we could hear more from Toastmaster Nicko, perhaps in our double topic session later on.
My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Nicko. That ended our first agenda, the prepared speech. Now we are ready to embark to our next agenda, in which it is the educational speech. Before we start, I think I'm going to give a little personal thoughts on this educational educational speech. For me personally, to craft a speech itself is hard because we try to think. I'm not talking about humor speech. The speech generally, if we are not being used to talk structurally. How if you have to incorporate humor within your speech without putting aside the substance, the meaning, the value that you want to convey to your audience? That's another challenge, I guess. Sometimes people think that I have to be funny to be able to deliver a humor speech, right? Sometimes people think that, I'm not funny lah, I don't have plenty of jokes to throw at my speeches. I think I don't deserve to, to go on the contest to deliver a humor speech. Sometimes people also feel hesitant to take the humorous pathways, right? Because they feel like, I'm not funny. Tonight, we are going to learn how to craft a humorous speech, even if you feel like you are not funny at all. If you feel like your lack of jokes, if you feel like you are nothing compared to our comedian Sule, or maybe Andre Taulani, or perhaps those international comedians, tonight we are going to learn the tips and tricks for humorous speech from our very adept public speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Natali Tjahjadi. Okay, before distinguished Toastmaster Natali starts her speech, I think I'm going to give a short introduction of her first. Okay, so distinguished Toastmaster Natali comes from Club Bhinneka Online Toastmasters Club. Here are several accolades of her. First, this year, she won the Toastmaster International District 87 Humor Speech. Then, she also won the internal speech in second position. And then, she also won table topic competition in the third place. Wow. And last year, she also won Toastmaster International District 87 International Speech and Evaluation Speech. I hope those accolades gives you this, what is it in English? I forgot the name, but I believe through her accolades, she could share with us the tips and tricks how to craft a great humor speech, even if you feel like you are not humorous enough. So, distinguished Toastmaster Natali, how are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling happy, excited, and witty. Thank you, Toastmaster Meidy, for that wonderful introduction.
All right. Before we start again, I'm going to tell you all, if you have any questions for distinguished Toastmaster Natali throughout her explanation, throughout our presentation, don't hesitate to type your questions in the chat box, or you can personally message me. And later on, we're going to talk about your questions in the question and answer session. All right. Without further ado, distinguished Toastmaster Natali, are you ready?
Yes, let's roll.
Okay, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meidy, and hello everyone. Ministry of Finance, Toastmasters Club, and also Pediatric Cipto Toastmasters Club. Thank you for having me, and also thank you to all people who are attending our session tonight. I'm so excited, and even though there may be many more people who are much funnier, much wittier, and much more experienced than me, but it is an honor for me to share a little bit that I know about tips and tricks for humorous speech. Now, Toastmaster Meidy already mentioned it. Natali, I am not funny. I also thought the same thing, my friends. A few years ago, I mean, actually, ever since I grew up, until last year, I always thought that I'm not funny. How can I go into like humorous speech or doing stand-up comedy? It's impossible. But you know what? Last year, I just did it. So when I knew that there would be a humor speech competition this year, last year I made this commitment. Okay, next year I'm gonna try humor speech for the very first time. Whatever the result gonna be, I'm just going to try. And one thing that I found out is you can learn to be funny. You don't have to be like Lady Gaga, you were born that way, because humor can be learned. And definitely, if I can learn it, you can learn it too. So today's session is gonna be short because of the time limitation. There will be around like 10-minute-ish of education session plus 10-minute-ish question and answer. So today I'm going to share with you 3 tips. I call it Natali 3 funny tips for if you are more into like a basic to intermediate level. I mean, you're not really used to humor, you're not really sure what to do. So this more like basic to intermediate level tips. I'm gonna share it from 3 different perspectives. First is from the idea, second is from the writing, and third is from the delivery. Because after all, comedy or humor speech involve these 3 different things. If the workshop goes on for 40 minutes, these 3 things gonna have like more bullet points. But today I'm gonna keep it simple and let's go with the first one. Idea. Relatable. The biggest question that people ask is, how am I going to get ideas for my humor speech or for my joke? My friend, you yourself is the source of inspiration and also comedy. For example, in stand-up comedy, the basic joke that you can do is a joke about your name. So for example, my name is Natali. So when I first doing stand-up comedy, I use my name as the first joke that I made. Hi everyone, my name is Natali. Natali means born on Christmas Day. My mom gave birth to me on February. She got stuck in the traffic. So that's one example how you don't have to look far. You just need to look inside of you and you will already find a joke. Another thing that you can find out about yourself is maybe your ethnicity, your family background, your educational backgrounds. For example, I know Pediatric Cipto, most of you are maybe medical personnel, right? So there will be some jokes that really hit off in that certain audience, because number one is you will always have ideas from yourself and your daily life, aka your daily life is your source of inspiration. A lot of people are hesitant to explore more about their daily life because they don't want to show vulnerability. They felt like, but I don't want people to laugh at me. Now let me tell you a secret. When you're opening up yourself to be the butt of the joke, people will laugh with you, not at you. But if you feel like I need to be great, I need to I need to put myself on the top of the podium, then people don't feel connected with you because all they wanted to do is they want to feel connected with you and they can enjoy your joke. So dig deep in yourself, in your daily life, your habit maybe, your lifestyle, people around you, observe and start noticing things. Next, you can also use ideas from recent news and famous people. So for my humorous speech that won district just, I think, few weeks ago, I used some reference to famous people and some recent trends, because the recent trends is that my speech is about singleness, by the way. And one of the things that I refer is nowadays, there are more and more couple in which the women are older than the men. So there are more older women / younger guy couples. you can refer to that and then include that in your speech because it fits the setting. Oh, by the way, the speech that I used for humor speech was about me being single. And coincidentally, the second place winner, your guest, used his wife, aka the marriage topic. The third place winner, Rachel, used her children, aka parents and kids relationship. So you can see the pattern here. The topic is basically the same. It's how you process what you have, then to find your own funny. Because for me, I'm single. I try to find joke in me being single or in other people being single. For people who already got married, your spouses will be the best source of inspiration. And if you have kids, oh my gosh, you double up the chances because kids can behave in a very inspiring way. And I'm being sarcastic. So think about one relatable topic that you feel like you can explore more for your next speech. Or if you already have some speeches or some presentation, think about what is one or two things that you can incorporate it in that presentation that comes from a day-to-day things that people can relate to. Number two, in relation with the writing, twist it. Now, usually in speech is you write it and then you come to a conclusion. There are also one technique in storytelling that is called the hero's journey. So people think that, oh, I should be the hero. No, you should be the victim, especially if you want to make a comedy or you want to make humor. What I meant by you should be the victim is instead of trying to downgrade other people by putting us up, we try to put ourselves at the bottom of the pyramid and then push other people's up. For example, this is also what we call self-deprecating humor. For example, I can say, oh, I have good hair, I have beautiful face, beautiful body, blah, blah, but people won't connect with that because they probably don't have beautiful hair. They probably don't see you as you're having beautiful face or anything. But if you say that, you know what, my teeth has always been the bane of my existence. Every decade, I had a date with my dentist because I always need to put on braces. So something like that. I was the victim because I didn't talk about my physical attributes except my teeth, something that really makes me anxious. So be the victim. In any kind of humor that you're gonna write, always be the victim and allow others to laugh at your expense. Second thing about twist it, this is the basic of any humor writing and also stand-up comedy. There must be a setup and a punchline. The easiest way for me to explain this is if you have led someone or led people to go into a certain direction, that is the setup. The punchline is suddenly you turn into a direction that they never expect. So one line in my humor speech, the speech that I use in humor speech contest was, actually, as I grew older, I also felt worried of getting left behind. My girlfriends, one after another, got married, and they want me to get married too. The reason? Of course, out of loyalty. So we can suffer together. So you want them to think about you're anxious and you're feeling that, oh my gosh, yes, me too, I'm anxious. And your friend is so nice, Natali, they want to be with you out of loyalty. But then the twist comes in the punchline, so we can suffer together. Another thing that I use also is, I think there are several, but I mentioned that, oh, I don't want to look for people who are old. I need life companion, not life insurance. So people think that, oh, recent news, there are more and more people who want to get married with older guy, but then you can twist it by saying, I don't want to because I don't need life insurance, aka the money, but I need the companionship. And number 3, witty wordplay. If you saw my humor speech a few weeks ago, I made a pun of groom with broom. So in the beginning of the speech, I said, you may kiss the broom instead of you may kiss the broom. So that is an example of witty wordplay that you can incorporate it in your next presentation or next speech. So you can add pun, you can add a different kind of rhetorical devices, onomatopoeia, or you can also use the rule of 3. The rule of 3 is great because you can always apply it in any kind of speeches. In comedy, especially, the rule of 3 comes in different package. So you can have small, small, big, or big, big, small. For example, you said, oh, I need hamburger, I need French fries, and I need money. So the first 2 belongs to the same category, and the third one belongs to a totally different category on a totally different level. Now, one thing for you to think about is how can you twist the speech content that you already have and edit a splice of humor in it? Last but not least is when you deliver it. When you deliver it, first thing that is very crucial is timing. My suggestion for this is before you deliver the punchline, pause for 2 or 3 seconds. And after you deliver the punchline, also pause when the audience laugh. The problem was if you didn't give enough pause in the beginning, then the punchline will feel flat. And if you didn't have enough pause after the punchline, you will lose the chance to ride on the audience laugh. So don't step on the audience laugh, but let it ride. So always remember to pause. One example is when you say, just the one that I used earlier, of course, out of loyalty, so we can suffer together. So pause, punchline, and then pause. Next is act out. Act out is similar to body language, gestures in Toastmasters. So when you act out, it means that you show it in your expression and you add some gestures that kind of supported the humor or the punchline that you have. Sometimes in comedy, if you feel like, but Natali, I don't have, expressive faces, then keep it flat. That is your act out. Keep it flat, and then it can be your trademark. Because if we see some references of stand-up comedians or other people doing humor speech, some of them, they have a very flat face, but whatever had come out of their mouth was hilarious as well. So deliver it, timing, act out. How can you practice better timing and act out in your next speech? Last but not least, thank you, timer. If there's one thing that you should remember and you forget everything else that I said, always turn your tragedy into comedy. Shakespeare said that life is a tragedy close up, but a comedy from far away. So always turn your personal tragedy into comedy, and you will never, never lose anything. So thank you. That's all my time. Back to you.
Thank you so much, DTM Natali, for the tips and tricks. People tend to find that you need a pro tip, a really pro tip to craft a great humor speech. But from your explanation, it was all simple. It all comes from us. We can use ourselves as our weapon, to win the humor speech. Thank you so much, DTM Natali. Now we are advancing to our Q&A session. I saw someone raise her hand earlier. Yeah, isn't it? Oh my God. I kind of... Okay, for anyone who wants to ask a DTM Natali question, just raise your hand, or you can just... Okay, DTM Susana Koh. I saw you raised your hand. Hi, DTM Susana. Wait, I'm going to find her. She gone. Okay. Anyone else while we are waiting for DTM Susana? Perhaps she was away.
All right, this is Ravee here. Good evening. Ravindran Subramaniam. Hi, Natali, Tjahjadi. Thank you very much for a brilliant talk. I'm not surprised at all. A lot of contents, a lot of meat, a lot of takeaway. The question that I like to ask Natali, if I could please, is when we deliver a humorous speech with several punchlines, if let's say your joke does not catch the fire that it's supposed to catch on, how do you feel as a humorist? Would it affect you, make you feel a little dejected or whatever, or otherwise, oh, never mind, I'll get you the next time. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Rafi. So let me answer that. There are two options, actually. Number one is if you do it in an online setting, it's a little bit hard to know whether your joke lands or not, because you can't really feel the energy from the audience. You can't really get that proper feedback, in my opinion. But if you perform in live audience, when people are there and they can respond to you directly, then that is the real challenge. Actually, since end of October last year, I started to perform stand-up comedy in Bali. It's an open mic. It's not like professional or anything. But in Bali, there was a big venue every week. Whenever I performed there, I think now already 8 or 9 times, it was always packed, like 150 to 200 people. So when in comedy, we had a term called bomb, which means that you fail to make the audience laugh. When I bomb, I felt depressed because when you did all the best that you can do in 5 minutes and nobody laughed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I bombed. But then this is where you train your mental strength. If you're bombing, that's fine. Go on and try again the next time. Because maybe when you bomb, I think when you bomb, you learn more than when you're actually getting a lot of laughters. So it's okay if you bomb or if you don't get any feedback that you expected to be, just go on and try again. Always refine the script, because one thing that I learned is great comedy is not written, it's rewritten. So always like write and then get the feedback and then rewrite again. Good luck, Rafin.
Thank you so much, DTM Rafi, for the question. Another question for Toastmaster Natali. This DTM Natali. All right, Toastmaster Nicko, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Natali.
Hi, Nicko.
Hi, it's such a great tips, yeah. I'm curious how you get the fresh idea, because I think this kind of humor speech, you should have new idea every day, new, let's say, ingredient, like a fresh meat. If you get, let's say, you deliver the meat that you got yesterday, the last, it's not good. Yeah, I'm just curious.
Okay.
Generate the fresh idea.
This is just speech in general, not for contest, right?
Okay.
Is it just speech?
Oh, yeah, because you said that you performs weekly in Bali, right?
Oh, well, not every week, but they have like an open mic weekly. Okay, I got your question. Thank you, Toastmaster Nicko. In my opinion, every day you can get fresh idea. Whether you should deliver it directly, that could be a different story, because you need audience. So your audience could be as small as your spouse or your friend, or as big as Toastmasters audience or live audience. The key is when you find something that you feel, oh, I think this might be funny, just write it down. In stand-up comedy, we call that part bit. So you just write down the sentences. And then after that, when you want to perform, then you collect all those sentences and start to make it into a speech. So think about it as making jigsaw puzzle. When you make jigsaw puzzle, you collect the piece one at a time, and then you place it onto the jigsaw puzzle, right? But when you want to finish it, then you put all together. So I think that's the analogy. You can collect all the ideas every day or whenever the inspiration struck you. Because for me personally, all of my ideas come from my daily life or my observational. For example, the last stand-up comedy that I did was about the rain shaman. You know that Mandalika F1.
Yeah. I knew that. Yeah.
That was one of the example of finding relatable in recent news. So I thought, this is ridiculous. You get paid that much amount of money by doing this.
Yeah.
I choose the wrong career. So that was the original idea. So I started to write down some stuff.
So
Yeah.
I am also wrong career for me.
I hope that answered your question.
Okay, got it. So I will try that kind of tricks, yeah, because many, even that we in our daily life. So I will try to be creative. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Natali.
Thank you. Any other question?
So much, Toastmaster Nicko. Another question? Well, that was a great question from Toastmaster Nicko, actually. I really love how that Toastmaster DTM Natali talked about how she delivered in offline and also in online setting, because honestly, those two are very different. As someone, we have to wait, and we have to, the response from the audience will show us how can we progress our speech, right? So should we drop another punch, or should I just, continue with my original script, or, if going offline will be more challenging for you. For me personally, going online is hardest, because you're having a monologue with yourself, and like you are peeping through the small faces of them, like, do they laugh or not? I cannot see you like that. So I think delivering the speech online also has their own challenges, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone else? Any other questions for DTM Natali? Well, my heart almost dropped because I saw Sri Mulyati in our guest. Her name resembles my boss. I'm like, I just had a heart attack. Like, my boss is here. No. I just, okay.
It's the end of the month. Remember?
I'm afraid she's checking on every step of her, like, do you work or not? Okay, it's Sri Mulyati, not Sri Mulyani. Okay. Anyone wants to throw questions for DTM Natali? Because it's kind of rare to have this kind of chance to directly ask the winner of Humor Speech Contest. Perhaps if nobody is asking, well, me personally, I tried humor speech in the area level, and that was my first speech. So if anyone no longer have questions, I'm going to use my privilege as the Tom to ask questions. So I tried to deliver humor speech in area contest, and that was my first contest. That was my first speech. So everything was challenging for me. And I remember one tip that my senior gave me was, don't ever ask questions in online setting. At first, my original script having this jokes by asking people, for example, anyone, have you ever have your heart broken? Wow, 1,000 people. Next question, have you ever cried your heart out because of you cannot use Microsoft Excel? Nobody's raising their hands. My senior said to me that was not a good idea to start your speech. I just want to know your insight about this. Do question type of jokes can be used in an online setting for humor speech? Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meidy. I think it really depends on the content and the context, because if the question is really, really funny and relatable, then it probably can be used. But from your context and from the content, it's kind of on, I'm on the fence. And usually when I'm on the fence, I usually drop it, because I believe there are more ways to open the speech better. So for example, if you want to make joke in humor speech contests, because in contests you cannot see the audience. So if you say, oh, 1,000 people raise their hand, it's kind of lying. So we audience, we are not stupid. We know exactly what's happening. So when we see people trying so hard and trying to, use exaggeration in the wrong way, we probably feel a little bit turned off. So you can say, raise your hand if blah, 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 blah. But it's not as effective as if you use something more dramatic. So for example, I see you people, you cannot use Excel, can't you? Something like that. But if you need some setup in the beginning to twist it. So that could be the punchline. You cannot use Excel, but you need some setup. So for example, in the beginning, you said about, oh, there are more people in their 20s, blah, blah, blah. And then that's one of the reasons why you don't get any dates, for example. So try to twist it. And I think that will be a better way to open the speech, or use some dramatic opening. For example, you can use props, or you can act out, or you can actually the way I opened my humor speech was I imitated the song, the wedding song, that. When people hear that, they know that it's a wedding song. So they see the setting. Oh, it's a wedding song. And then you may kiss, I pronounce you husband and wife, you may kiss your broom, and then the broom come out. So the broom was my punchline, because that is something that people don't expect. Maybe they expect me pull out some handsome guy's photo, or actually a doll or something, but they don't expect me to have that. So my suggestion is, I think, yes, your senior was wise in her advice. I believe that if that's your first try, don't worry about it. If you are overthinking about many things, then you are not be able to write anything. So in speech, in my opinion, and in comedy, the first draft, we call it vomit draft, which means that whatever you have, just vomit it out. Because after that, you need to clean it up. And then you can rewrite some stuff. So always allow time to do some revision after checking your feedback. I hope that answers.
Thank you so much. That answered both concerns of mine, my question, and also the thought of overthinking for my first speech. Thank you for the encouragement also. I think my question would be the last question to wrap up our question and answer session. Thank you so much, DTM Natali, for your sharing and also for answering some of our questions. We are very honored to have you tonight with us. Before we jump into the most awaited session for our guests, perhaps, we want to take our Wi-Fi. Everyone, please turn on your camera so that I could see your beautiful smiles, handsome faces, those witty smiles of yours. Please turn on your camera. I'm going to check, yeah. Who is not turning on their camera? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So, oh, okay. So, wait. Toastmaster Mutia, who will give the certificate?
Ken? Sorry.
Oh, okay. So, we are going to have DTM Natali with her certificate first. Yeah. So, Toastmaster Mutia, will you? Yeah, thank you so much. Here is a little gift from us to you, DTM Natali.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience about the humor speech. Who will take the photo? Toastmaster Mutia. Okay.
I will help.
Okay, go on, Toastmaster Ayyasy.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Another shot. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for being a great listener. I hope it benefits you.
Thank you so much, DTM Natali. Now this is our turn, so that since it's still packed, I want to take pictures with all of you guys. Please turn on your camera. I'm going to check first. Please, DTM Harlina, I don't know, Toastmaster or soon to be Toastmaster Fatih, Ade Iva Putra, Arni Kusuma, Anissa Adi, Indah, Sri Mulyati, not my boss, thankfully, Fajri, please turn on your camera. Yeah, but if you have any technical issues, it's also, we don't mind, okay? But if you can, please turn on your camera. Okay, everyone, I think ready. Toastmaster Ayyasy, could you help us again?
Sure. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, another shot. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ayyasy. So that was our Wi-Fi to commemorate our great and witty nights today. We are ready to advance to our next agenda, in which perhaps it is the most awaited for some of us. It is the double topic session. Yay! Okay, for tonight, we're going to have Toastmaster Aqara from Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club as our double topic master. Hi, Toastmaster Aki.
Hello, everyone. Good night. How is everybody?
We're good and we're
Very
ready.
well.
Good.
First of all, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Toastmaster Aqara or Raki. You can call me with either one. And I'm from the Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club, who will be serving as your table topics master for tonight's meeting. So, since our meeting's topic is about humor, allow me to start with a classic knock-knock joke. Yeah, I'm one of those people. Okay, so knock-knock. Who's there?
Who's there? Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad that it's finally time for the table topic session? All right. That sounded a lot funnier in my head. Weirdly. Okay, so during the table topic session, everybody gets the chance to participate by delivering a 1 or 2 minute speeches about some questions that I'm gonna deliver to you. And before that, I would like to reintroduce or remind some of us about the word of the day. So today's word of the day is witty, which means characterized by quick and inventive verbal humor. I'll repeat, today's word of the day is witty or witty, depending on which part of the world you come from, I guess. So allow me to share my screen first. All right, let me just play the slideshow for you. So as you can see on the screen, here I have what I call this week's table topics meme hall of shame. As a part of the Generation Z, I love me some memes. So here's how it's gonna work. For those of you who want to participate, you should raise your hand and you shall choose one meme that you relate to out of these 10. And these 10 memes will correlate to the 10 questions that I have prepared for us for tonight. So let's just get right into it. Let's hit it. Who would like to volunteer as our first witty and cunning tribute for today's table topic session? Okay, I can see that one guest has raised her hand here. It is visiting Toastmaster Shwe Sin. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I'm sorry. If I butcher your name.
That's pretty correct.
So, hello, visiting
Yes.
Toastmaster Shwe Sin.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
So, are you ready
Yes,
to
I'm
pick
ready.
your meme?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Choose a number between 1 to 10 with the meme that you relate to the most.
Happiness everywhere. Yeah.
Happiness is everywhere. Interesting. So, the question that I have prepared for this meme is that, do you think that a laughing person is a happy person? I'll repeat the question once. Do you think that a happy person I'm sorry, I'll repeat the question once more. Do you think that a laughing person is a happy person? All right.
I'm sorry, I hear some background noises from someone. That's why I didn't hear well. Do you see?
Oh, you didn't hear the question?
Yeah, because of some noises. Oh yeah.
Okay,
that-
okay.
Yeah.
I'll repeat it once more.
Thank you.
Do you think that do you think that a laughing person is a happy person?
A laughing person is a happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, time is yours.
Dear fellow Toastmasters, a laughing person is not a happy person, or not all the time, because we all know that behind these laughters, behind a laughing person, there is something behind. We don't know the behind the scenes things, right? So yes, we all should be happy in our life. Our birthright is to be happy in our life. So I really want to share one thing, one of my story, that my mom, she cannot be really happy. I really don't know why she can't be happy. She doesn't go to anywhere. She doesn't have her friends when she got married with my father. And she even don't go traveling or other things. And also she doesn't let me allow to go, like to have fun with my friends or something like this. And I really don't know why can't be she happy. And then she changed one time after she traveled. That was her pilgrimage. She did a pilgrimage, and then she met some friends in Saudi Arabia. And then with them, after she came back from it, she just, have fun and go travel with her friends, her new friends. And then she just goes somewhere and eat out. And I was so happy to see her, how she changed after seeing her new friends. And I knew that from that day, our birthright is to be happy in our life, enjoy the moment, and then go on, move forward, and enjoy our life, because life is so short and we should be happy every time. And happiness is very, very important for us. So dear fellow Toastmasters, be happy, enjoy every moment, and your birthright is to be happy in your life. Back to you, Topic Master.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmaster Shwe Sin. I like your speech very much because I totally agree. True to the meme, happiness is everywhere. You don't need to be laughing to be happy, right? And a happy person does not always mean. Wait, I keep mixing this up. And a laughing person does not always mean that they're always happy. Okay, so let's move on to the second table topics. I'll reshare my screen. Share. Okay. So who wants to volunteer to be the second speaker for tonight? Does anybody want to volunteer, or should I just choose someone just to mix it up a little bit? Okay. What about Toastmaster Karen? Are you there, Toastmaster Karen?
Yes, Toastmasters.
Okay, would you like to speak in the table topics for tonight?
Yes, I can try.
All right.
No,
So which number would you like to choose between all of these memes?
I would pick number 7.
Number 7, the cute baby
Yeah.
that can't stop laughing until she pees her pants. Okay. So the question I have prepared for number 7 is, tell us about the last time you laughed out loud. I'll repeat the question once more. Tell us about the last time you laughed out loud.
I remember that when I was playing with my my sister, and my sister was 9 years old younger than me. So it was a big difference. And at that time I tried to play with her, make her laugh. So I was thinking how to make her laugh. Then we were playing in our bedroom. So I tried to play with her, talk some jokes to make her laugh. Then I was remember that while I was trying to make her laugh, I was just thinking something to make her laugh. Then I don't know. I knew that what I said is not funny, but I don't know why she started to laugh. Maybe she find out she thought that it was funny. So I was just wondering, and then I saw her laughing so quite hard. So I just looking at her, and then sometimes then I also laugh with her. Then sometimes we laugh very hard, and then got and then the and then so the time I was laughing is when I was playing with my sister. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Toastmaster Karen. That was a cute story about you and your sister. I'm glad that you had a good time playing with your sister and you got to laugh out loud. Personally, I don't remember the last time I laughed out loud. I just kind of blown air through my nose, and that was me laughing whenever I watch memes on the internet. Okay, so who would like to try next? Maybe from some of our guests? Is there any volunteers?
Ravee here. Can I try one, please?
All right, Toastmaster Ravindran. I'll share with you my screen for the memes. Okay, share, play. Okay, which number would you like to choose, Toastmaster Ravindran?
I can have any one of your choice, sir.
Ah, okay. I think one that is interesting is question number 5. So I will repeat the question twice, okay? How has humor or laughter helped you out when life gets you down? I'll repeat the question once more. How has humor or laughter helped you out when life gets you down?
Brilliant. Actually, humor is the best antidote to any of man's misery. Because sometimes when a calamity occurs, there's little that you can do. You can laugh about it, you can cry about it. Cry about it is negative. Laughing about it is positive. Why choose the negative approach when you can have all the positive out of that? So of course, in my life, just like everybody else, I've gone through so much of troubles, worries, concerns, you name it, I have it. But end of the day, I just laugh it out. And end of the day, trust me, I come back out far much more better, looking for the next episode. And sure enough, there will come another episode. One good example I'd like to share with you is there was an incident. I'm a flight instructor for light aircraft. I started my aircraft and I had a student pilot with me. We flew out. Just barely 300 feet. The engine stopped abruptly. It's a single engine aircraft. 300 feet out of the runway, the engine stopped. We are forced to make a forced landing. Well, anyway, luckily we are flying over a golf club. So I managed to hole in one, as you say. I put the aircraft down exactly on the golf green. And when we came out, we checked what was the cause of the engine failure. You would not have been able to guess. There was water in the tank rather than fuel. Overnight, water has condensed in the fuel tank, resulting in the engine stop. We were alive. We were able to laugh it out. Well, it could have been a tragedy, but then life to me is nothing but a series of laughter, just like I enjoyed hearing the beautiful speech this evening by our district humor contest winner, Natali Tjahjadi. For me, between laughter and cry, I rather laugh. Humor is my cup of tea. Thank you, and back to you, Table Topic Master.
Wow, thank you very much, Toastmaster Ravindran. That was such an interesting story. How we can laugh with our tragedies just to make it a little bit lighter on us. Because if I were in your situation, I would have panicked. I wouldn't have time to laugh at all. Okay, so I see that Toastmaster Ferdi here has raised his hand. So I will share my screen so that he can be our next and unfortunately last speaker for tonight's table topic session. All right, I'll share the screen. Toastmaster Ferdi, have your pick. Which meme do you find the funniest out of the ones that are left?
Well, I'm going to, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
So I'm going to flex my geekiness. I'm going to pick the one with the Captain Picard, number 8.
Number 8, the one with the Professor X. Is that Professor X? I'm not sure.
Yes, and it actually is Captain Picard. See, I'm such a geek.
The same actor then. I'm sorry.
Patrick Stewart.
Okay, so the question I have prepared for meme number 8 is, oh, this is actually one of my favorite questions. What do you do when you need a quick dose of laughter? What do you do when you need a quick dose of laughter? Toastmaster Ferdi, time is yours.
When I need a quick dose of laughter, usually during the rainy day, one thing that I usually go to is find some good stand-up comedy or remembering some of the jokes that my friends used to tell me. One of the jokes, maybe I just want to share, related to the meme, is a Star Trek joke. Now, in the world of Star Trek, it was a spaceship full of people, as many as people in one city, but there's one thing curious about it. Everyone, the crew who's going to die is the one wearing the red shirt. That's the famous red shirt dilemma. I mean, it's red shirt fatality. Everyone in Star Trek crew always die if they wear red shirt. Now, can you imagine if you're living in that world, you're enlisting into that ship, and the captain gave you red shirt? Sure, the next day you're going to die on the next mission. So that kind of joke always cracks me up. Sometimes, if I need a quick dose of laughter, I watch, if you're familiar with it, the YouTube Reels. Sometimes they got small, short videos on stand-up comedian. They always ready to give me a nice chuckle, laugh, or even a little bit of a goof off. it's their wittiness in finding material is so amazing that I cannot imagine how they got the inspiration of those jokes. So everyone, if you want a small dose of laughter, you may just check out the old jokes, or you can check out your own social media. Even the people there love to joke. Back to you, Toastmaster Aqara.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ferdi. I totally agree. If you need a quick dose of laughter, just check out social media, y'all. On TikTok, out of the 10 videos that pass through your For You page, at least 5 of them are funny. And for me, I love me some Keanu Angelo, if you know who that is. He is so funny. I always laugh whenever I hear his jokes. Okay, so unfortunately, with Toastmasters Ferdi's speech, and because of our lack of time, our table topic session is coming to an end. And for closers, I started this session with a joke. It's fair if I close it up with a joke too, right? Okay, so my joke is, why did the mushroom get invited to the Toastmasters club meeting? Anyone? Anyone would like to guess the answer? Okay, so the punchline is because he was a fun guy. You get it? Fun guy.
Fun guy.
And fun guy.
Fun guy.
Wow, glad that some of you laughed at that.
Okay.
I thought I failed.
No.
Okay, so unfortunately, that was the end of our table topic session, you guys. For those of you who want to speak but didn't get the chance to, be sure to join all of the other Toastmaster Club meetings, right? For the Pediatric Cipto is every Monday night, and for the Ministry of Finance, it's every Friday night. You'll get a lot of chances to join in other table topic sessions. So that's all from me, Toastmaster Aqara, your table topics master of the meeting. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our table topic session for tonight. And I will give the control back to the Toastmaster of the meeting, Toastmaster Meidy.
Everyone, please, a round of applause for our fun guy, Toastmaster Aqara. Woo! Guys, just FYI, this is his debut as a TTM. Can you imagine his debut as a TTM in a joint meeting? Wow. So I'm so proud. I'm so proud seeing him delivering witty comments, witty speeches for his opening and his closing. We do enjoy your table topic session, Toastmaster Aqara. Hopefully we could have this kind of theme again so that we can use the remaining questions of yours that you have crafted so meticulously and full of witty answers, I guess, in another meeting. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Aqara, and also thank you everyone who participated in the table topic session. Now we are ready to jump to the last agenda. Some of you perhaps feel like, no, it's going to end, but I believe that you want to hear the evaluations for your speech or perhaps other people's speech, right? For your own evaluation. Now we're going to start our evaluation session that will be led by our GE Toastmaster Dalton. Toastmaster Dalton, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much. Let's begin with the first evaluator. Let's welcome the speech evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Ravee, to evaluate the first speaker.
Thank you very much, sir. My privilege to evaluate the presentation done by Nicko Albart this evening. To recap, let's understand first the objectives of the speech once again. They are twofold: to practice delivering an informative speech and rallying a well-organized Q&A session. Well, to begin with, he has clearly met the objectives of the project this evening. So kudos to you as far as the objectives are concerned. You have passed, you have surmounted. Brilliant. Now, you delivered your speech in a very conversational manner, which is good given the topic. It's not a very hard-hitting topic. It's something easygoing and maybe an after-dinner type of talk. So I can take the way you came in. very soft and slowly and very casual. And you introduced a topic about flexing. You talked about what flexing is all about. You explained that it is showing off in social media. I'll come back to that in a short while. You are cool and composed. Throughout the speech, you raised several questions, which is good. Every 2 minutes, you raised one question. You paused, waited for the audience to respond. You even allowed one or two to come in, not just one. You did not cut off at one, you allowed another to come in. That is a good approach. Every 2 minutes, you raise a question and people come in. So you keep the audience alive and literally eating off their hands, so to say. That's a very good approach. Then, of course, later you manage the Q&A session very well. I would think. Now, coming back to the explanation on flexing, flexing, the literal meaning of flexing, we all know, right, is bending. Yeah. The slang, I just Googled it up because out of curiosity, how did this flexing come about to mean showing off? It's slang actually. Also, in that case, I would think, this is what I'm thinking, I may be wrong. It's not just confined to social media. We can flex even in real life, show off in real life. Yeah, so correct me and check me if I'm wrong there. I think you could have taken some time to explain what flexing really is in its literal sense. The wings of the aircraft flex, by the way, just like a bird. If those of you who fly often, especially in a large aircraft, 747 and things like that, you see the wings flexing, it's quite common. That absorbs the shock. But anyway, leaving that aside. Now, of course, there are negative attributes about flexing. The positive is people are trying to position themselves to sort of let people know that they are there. And you explained that very well. And you also explained very well, brilliantly, that too much of that is no good because it may mean a psychological disorder. You're trying to draw attention to yourself. The best attention is no attention. And people come to you because you're quiet. Sometimes the quiet guys attract more attention. Share you an example where it's on Kuching Sarawak, Holiday Inn in Damai. They put a banner there, the best kept secret in Asia. No other advertisement. So anyway, as far as your speech is concerned, well developed, well presented in a very conversational tone. You handled the Q&A brilliantly. The only reservation I would have had is towards the end, you could have summed it up and kept it because you stopped at the yellow light, which means you have a minute or a minute and a half. You could have summarized, kept it up. Other than that, trust me, brilliant, fantastic. I like your speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Raffen.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Ravee, and that is a very insightful evaluation coming from you. I personally also feel that the speaker meet the objective and is a casual conversational kind of speech delivery. There is only a minor thing that he can touch on. Nicko, you can maybe place your context introduction clearer, what is flexing, and also in Toastmasters, as much as you can, if you are introducing a slang, you can also inform the audience. Because in English, the flexing means flexibility. Yeah, in the context of the slang, it means trying to show off. So this is the context that distinguished Toastmaster Ravee is pointing out, and I think that this is something for all of us to learn. So when we get the word, the meaning behind it, we can explain it clearly in our introduction. It will lead the audience to a clearer picture. So well done on that, distinguished Toastmaster Ravee, and also well done on Nicko, because this is also a common speech that a lot of people are doing it in their question and answer speech project. On top of that, I will also think that you can emphasize more on your learning style, maybe perhaps have your context delivery delivered well, and then you give a little bit of time for your question and answer session. It is a challenge because if you deliver in a mixed method, I call it mixed method because there is a question and answer when you ask straight away during your delivery, you might not have enough content to establish with the audience. Hence, it will be a bit challenging, yet it is a common topic. Yet the thing about over here is you want to point something out from your session. So this is something that you need to take note of. That is all from me. I think that you did a wonderful job. Well done on that. I think that is very entertaining as well, because is relatable. This topic is relatable to each and every one of us, and I believe that other Toastmasters feel it as well. Moving on, I would like to move on to the timers report. Toastmaster, what's his name again? Timer, you can report your timing report.
Thank you, GE, Toastmaster Dalton. So actually, for the table topic, unfortunately, one speaker is disqualified, Toastmaster Karen, and for evaluation, unfortunately, distinct Toastmaster Ravee also disqualified, and fortunately for speaker, Toastmaster Nicko is qualified. That's all the report from me as a timer. Back to you, GE, Toastmaster Dalton.
Thank you, timer. Also, another thing that I think I want to emphasize over here is sometimes you just report the timing, each and every one, so you can practice the enunciation of the timing, and also give yourself an opportunity to report, not just typing out, because I feel that this is an opportunity for the timer to even report in a numerical delivery. Because when you are saying each or every one of the timing, it's not something every day you would do. So you take this opportunity to speak on that. I feel a bit redundant. In my own opinion, it's a bit redundant to say who disqualified. In the end of the day, in Toastmasters, we allow people to speak a little bit more time. And also, this is not a contest. So you as a speaker, you need to develop that awareness about the timing. Hence, I think it's a culture like we all learn that we have to follow within the Toastmaster timing. Yeah, I don't think that we should say there's one speaker disqualified and things like that. Try to have your timing report in a manner where you're reporting about the time. So what has happened during the meeting, you can do it that way. Or you can talk about the speakers that are in your introduction, you take how many minutes. So this way, you also pay a bit attention to your timing report. How do you dissect? That gives you an opportunity to learn about your timing of the speech content. So this is an opportunity as well for timers to practice, because timer has the opportunity to learn how to dissect speech according to the time, according to the points as well. So that is one challenge for you, Gusti. I'm not expecting you to implement straight away, but this is something for you to think about. Now, moving on to the polling on Zoom. So I believe, Ayyasy, I will pass the control to you.
Okay. Okay, thank you, GE. Ladies and gentlemen, can you hear me and see me? Okay. Now we arrive at a wait moment, that Hall of Fame. So before that, if you're ready to know who is the best speaker tonight, please chat #1 at chat box. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will announce the best speaker for prepared speech session goes to Toastmaster Nicko. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Well done, Nicko. I think you delivered a good speech. So that is an opportunity. Oh, and wow, that's even.
Yeah. And the second one is for table topic speaker goes to DTM Ravee. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for all participants who has voted for the best table topic speaker, and see you soon next meeting. Back to GE.
Thank you very much, Ballot Counter. Sorry, I caught off guard because this is my first time experiencing this, and it's okay. I think that this is very interesting because I'm learning the culture of pets and also MOF Indonesia Toastmasters Club. So this is the beauty of Toastmasters, is where we learn about each other's culture and also the way how we operate our club. I feel that this is a privilege, and I would say, Ayyasy, the club should keep it because I think that this is something unique that you guys have. Now, moving on to the R counter and who said what, let's welcome the R counter to the stage, please.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Dalton. Good evening, everyone. So I'm going to share my observation on the AhnWoD report. First of all, from the prepared speaker, Toastmaster Nicko. Toastmaster Nicko just had 2 filler words and without WOD, and distinguished Toastmaster Natali, no filler word and 5 WOD, and also Toastmaster Shwe Sin, no filler words and no WOD. Toastmaster Karen, 3 filler words and no WOD. Distinguished Toastmaster Ravee, no filler word and no WOD. Toastmaster Ferdi, no filler word and 1 WOD. And last but not least, distinguished Toastmaster Ravee for the evaluation, no filler word and no WOD. Thank you. Back to you, GE.
Thank you very much, R counter. I like that R counter report is quite comprehensive and succinct as well. I enjoy it. And also, as an R counter, this is actually one of the most easiest role, and also can be hard if we don't really know. Toastmasters is portrayed that a simple way of doing it is we record down and we share with the audience. We use our PowerPoint slides to write down the number of filler words and crutch words. So well done on that, Toastmaster. And I enjoy your R counter report as well. And everyone do take note that crutch words and filler words are not something to be taken offensive of, but it's just an awareness, because when we know our crutch words and filler words, we know how do we operate on that moment. It can hamper our communication sometimes, accidentally, that you have no intention to do it. So like for myself, sometimes I also still have crutch words and filler words. So it's just to be mindful, You see, I said, right, these are some commoners of crutch words. So everyone, do take note of that. I hope we can learn from each other, all right? Moving on to our grammarian, Toastmasters Mutia, over to you.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters. This is my report. As you will learn grammar, because half of good philosophy is good grammar. The first thing that I note down is in one single clause, a subject and a verb is needed. For example, this is happened to me during my years of. You can see that there are double verbs here, 2 verbs. Is and happened are both verbs, so it is not allowed, because in one single clause there is only a subject and a verb, 1 subject and 1 verb. So the correct one will be, this happened to me during my years of blank. And second, please differentiate between the noun and adjective. I have met wealth businessman, and you can see that wealth is a noun, it is not an adjective. So an adjective is supposed to explain the noun, and it is placed before the noun. So the correct one will be, I have met wealthy businessman. And second, instead of saying let's say again and again, you can use another phrase to explain it. For example, what if, imagine, suppose that, given that, let's assume, and condition that, and more. And there will be many phrases to replace the phrase let's say. And there are quotations that are memorable for me in this meeting. First is, the sky doesn't need to say that it is high. And second is, you yourself is a source of inspirations. And do not be that busy to look around, because you yourself is a source of inspirations. And that will be all. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Grammarian. I see some changes from Mutia's Grammarian role over the time that I visited Toastmasters Club. Well done on that, Mutia. There's a huge improvement growth coming from you as well. I think one noticeable thing is you really try to see how can you understand grammar in a simple way, and you give some guidelines for us to follow. You don't give a lot, you just pick a few examples and you spot well on. So this is step by step. And like I said, this is one way you can tell everyone about your verb, your clause, and also the noun. These are the small little things that will add up over the years. If you cannot do a long one, just do a short one like Mutia. Because when you take the baby step, you're actually refining yourself, just like you're doing your humorous speech, you know when to refine. So evaluation is all about refining yourself as well. So you will see that speaking is created by you yourself, the confidence that you want to give out to others as well. So take step by step, because that will give other confidence that, hey, even though I speak short, but succinct and it's clear, that give others an opportunity to say that I can follow this, I want to follow this, right? So let's move on to my general evaluation report. First of all, thank you, Mutia, for introducing me to this club and also asking me to participate. I like this club because it has the energy. Well done, Toastmaster Meidy, on the energy. I mean, like, you're trying to give out the energy. I can see that you're trying to build the rapport with the audience virtually, and I can feel it. I definitely can feel it. And then moving on is to the Toastmaster Aqara. I want to say that you have a clear and audible clarity of English command. So I can see that you really speak clearly for the audience that we can follow with you as well. And on top of that, it's very creative of you trying to make a presentation types of humorous meme, because after the session, you really think about, like, after the session, I should try to make something funny. So well done on that. That's your self-initiative, and keep it that way, because Toastmasters, sometimes when other members are doing certain elements, you can try and collaborate with them and follow them so that you can carry the vibe. This is a method for collaboration so that you can build rapport with your Toastmasters as well, even though it's unintentional. Sometimes it's just very witty of yourself. So witty is a good thing, right? That gives all members the confidence, right? And then our counter, well done. You do take note and then you quickly put all your information to the slides. I like that. Same goes for the speakers. I think Distinguished Toastmaster Ravee is very nice in terms of giving evaluation. I really like that, because he usually start with a soft tone, and when he's not sure of something, he will just say, I could be wrong. This is a way for us to build a safe communication with members, to tell them that I could be wrong as well, and you could be right. Yet, let's check again, because we don't want to doubt, we don't want to learn the wrong thing. And also we want to see that we want to give away to the speakers a safe moment to digest the content and to check. And when sometimes we know that it's already wrong, we don't want to press it too hard. So that's where Ravee always uses his experience, his years of in Toastmasters. This is where he do very well. And well done on that, Nicko. I think that today you as a you appear like a ranger from Texas. You wear your hat and things like that. I think you have the contents are there. You have the intentions to give good value to the club. I hope you can drive the energy and put more attention on refining it, just like we do our humorous speech. Just a little bit time. And make it simple and short, like Mutia. If you see that you just put a little bit effort, right, and it's a short few sentences, it can change the 4 to 6 minute speech a little bit, because you're learning to start 1, then 2, and 3. Most of the speakers in Toastmasters that I see in years, they usually try to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I learned 1 or 2 things along the way in Toastmasters is just do 1, then do 2, because that way you'll stay in Toastmasters longer, and also you'll feel that you're not rushing yourself, and you feel that you are more willing to learn. So start with 1, go with 1, okay, that 1, you meet that capability, you reflected, right? Some people are so eager to learn so they can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bruna always do that, but I realize give some time, because you know why? You want to be in years in Toastmasters so that you can remain in this loop and you learn. When you learn too fast, you also tend to lose it quicker. That's what I realized. So everyone, I think this meeting, you guys did a wonderful job. And also, it's been a while, Natali, and I felt Natali did a wonderful job on giving out the workshop, and I really like it because it's simple, it's relatable. She twists it in a simple manner, like just like, hey, I noticed Natali didn't use Excel before, just example like that. You can eventually feel that this is the years of Toastmasters experience, because she has been around for many years, and also I saw her progress, even though I'm seeing it from far. So speakers are made. They are not born with it. For me to come up here to evaluate also take the years for me to just spot out, because I know that I give an evaluation that could be different from other clubs. Yet these are the things that I've learned, and I try to slow down and give you the highlights so that at least each and every one of you know that there's something different. It's really up to you whether you want to try or not. I'm not here to impose that you have to do this, you have to do that. I'm just here to show you that there is one way for you to build your confidence. This is one way to look at it. This is one way I'm saying it out. Right? Then after that, all of you take the opportunity to say, can you do it? If you cannot do it, then you adjust. However, Mutia really, today Mutia really is try her best to do something different. Well done. All right, everyone. That is all from my general evaluation report. I hope all of us here learn something, because that is what's the essence about Toastmasters. With that, I'll pass the control back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dalton and the gang of role takers for delivering a very thorough evaluation. I hope that everyone, every speaker, even the listener, can learn a lot of things tonight from the evaluations. And I'm so happy that Toastmaster Dalton really highlights everything: the role takers, the speeches, and even the educational speech session. I mean, like, it's so thorough and meticulous. I really love the way you evaluate. You are a true general evaluator. Okay, so you're taking this helicopter view with you. So this collaboration really taught me a lot of things. I believe every club has different style of commencing their meetings. Just like in MOF, perhaps our GE, we are not that meticulous, perhaps. Just like you said, even evaluators are made, okay, throughout our years evaluating people. So with Toastmaster Dalton's evaluation and his team, I think we have arrived to the end of our meeting today. So I'd like to express my gratitude for everyone who made your time to come tonight. Thank you so much for sparing your time. It's already 9 in Indonesia. After a long day of working, perhaps closing time for those accountants and finance related stuff, I hope that today meeting will blow up some steam for you. And tonight, I think tonight it's pretty complete. Yeah, we're not only having fun, but we get the knowledge from DTM Natali on how to craft a great humor speech. And I love the way she delivered it simply and witty too. It doesn't feel like an educational session. It feels like you're talking with your friends, even though I didn't know DTM Natali personally, but just by asking questions to her, I feel like, she's so nice. Like, wow, today's session was very stellar for me. Thank you so much for everyone that make today's possible, from Ministry of Finance and also Pediatric Cipto Excos. I hope that tonight collaboration will lead us to more and more collaborations, perhaps Indonesia and Malaysia's collaborations, right? We are fighting the time difference, the different culture. Perhaps we could create this bigger collaborations in the future. And I hope that it also encourages more prepared speaker by seeing the great Toastmaster Nicko's, the way he delivered his speech. And also we can make more and more educational session with, I believe there are a lot of great DTMs in Toastmasters with different expertise, right? So I hope that tonight's meeting will lead us to more and more greatness. And, you know, I believe that 26 people, some of them are soon to be Toastmasters, right? I hope that they are encouraged to join us as a member or to join more and more meetings in pediatric or even in MOF. I think that's all for me. Me as a Tom sign off, I'm going to give the control to another chair, Toastmaster Dita. Screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Meidy, and hi everyone. I think I have to introduce myself because I was in another meeting, and I hope you don't get distracted by some kind of back sound that I have here. And yeah, my name is Dita, and I am from Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club. I hope that you guys enjoy the session. And I think before I really close the meeting, we can have some kind of, talk and also announcement perhaps from DTM Ravee first. Do you have anything to say here?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes.
Can I be allowed share screen? I need to share something on the screen if it's possible.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think I'm trying.
Do you have the access though to share your screen?
Yeah, I don't have access. This is about the Round Borneo debate series. I think it's Toastmaster Meidy just talked about collaboration. This event, it'll be something, that's right. You all should be able to see the banner now. Thank you. All right, this is about the Round Borneo debate series. This is brought to you by a group of 4 people. We call it ourselves the Fat 4 or the Fabulous 4. Myself, Mike Lim, probably you all know Mike Lim, the president of Kota Kinabalu Toastmasters Club and the president of Kuching Toastmasters Club. Every 2 months, we are running a debate. This is the second of the series. The next one on Friday, 17 June, 6:30 p.m. your time. It's between the Kota Kinabalu Advanced Toastmasters Club and Polonia Toastmasters Club, Indonesia. There you see collaboration between Malaysia and Indonesia already. And trust me, even Myanmar will be participating. Shwe Sin will be playing a role. Though I won't tell you what capacity she'll be playing, but she has been there with us right from the beginning. The debate promises to be exciting. There are 2 portions. The closed debate. Why closed? Because it's confined to 3 debaters from each of the clubs. They will be talking about euthanasia. Euthanasia is mercy killing, should be legalized. Then, of course, after the debate is over, we will either have someone giving a short talk on the subject, or we'll open it up to the floor. Anyone from the floor who's there can talk about the subject for about 2 minutes, whether for or against. Then after the short break, we have an open debate where the title is "The Cactus is More Beautiful Than the Rose." It's just barely debative. So you can again come in 2 minutes each and talk on whether positive or negative, your choice. This is a friendly debate. And I consider this as real-world communications. Why real-world communication? Because in Toastmasters, it's good. Trust me, I've been in Toastmasters for decades now. It's good, it serves a purpose, but it's in a sterile environment. Debates can be a hostile environment, people throwing in, rebutting, something like a night market type of atmosphere. So the communications is different. And there's a lot of practical application because much of real life communication is about arguing, debating, asserting your viewpoint, and things like that. So feel free, come and join us. The next time around, perhaps your club, whether it's Pediatric Cipto or Ministry of Finance, join together, can field a team and compete with another club. It'll be brilliant, and the topics will be mutually agreed. We will mutually agree. You like the topic, we like the topic, something debatable, something of intellectual interest. Second half, of course, a bit lighter. You can have some humor out of it, a bit more witty. So I'll leave you at this. Please feel free to come and join, understand what it's all about, and we'll take it from there. Thank you, and back to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, DTM Ravee, for the information. And I think this kind of event is something great because we're practicing debate in which sometimes I feel like debating is not my thing. It's like, oh my God, I'm not good at debating. I feel like I just want peace, you know? So I think this is good to practice our critical thinking. So everyone please come if you are available at the time. And since we have so many VTM here, I just want to over any VTM visiting Toastmaster. Do you want to promote about your club? Perhaps from VTM Harlina. Hi, DTM Harlina. Do you want to promote about your club's meeting to all of our participants here?
Hi, everybody. Good evening. We are here joined in a club where we speak English. And I'm the club president of a club where we speak Indonesian throughout the whole meeting, Jakarta Bahasa Toastmasters Club. And we meet every Saturday at 10 a.m. Want to know more about it? Just check our Instagram, jabat_TMC. I will put it in the chat. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, DTM Harlin, and thank you very much for coming. Since we have quite many VTM, you can promote about your club, guys. Just put it in the chat box so that everyone here can try to attend to your meetings. And I think I would like to hear just some kind of words from our guest here about our meeting today. Perhaps from soon to be Toastmaster, perhaps Sri Mulyati, the one that resembles Meidika's boss. Are you there? So perspective Toastmasters, Sri Mulyati? Okay, perhaps she's not here. Or perhaps from Muhammad Alatas, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. And I'm hearing now.
So I need to confirm, are you a guest here?
Yes, this is my first time for joining this tonight.
Oh, okay.
Thank
So
you very
what do
much
you
for
think?
sharing tonight.
Yeah, so what do you think about our meeting tonight?
Tonight is very special night for me, for my first time joining this great event. Thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you very much for coming, and we are so happy to know that this is your very first attempt to come to Toastmasters meeting, and you come to this special meeting of us, of Pediatric Cipto and also MYF Toastmasters Club. So I hope that we can see you again, either in our in any clubs in here, because we have so many Toastmasters Club in here. So thank you very much for coming. And again, guys, I think I would like to say thank you very much to all people who have come here, who have presented their speeches, and also especially to DTM Natali as our educational speaker today. Thank you very much. And also to Toastmaster Nicko for your prepared speech, and for all role takers. So thank you very much for your hard work to make this happen. And also to, of course, to Toastmaster Mutia for making it happen together between Pediatric and also Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club. So I hope that we can have any other collaborations in the future, and especially to all clubs here. So thank you very much for coming. And I think that's all. And on behalf of Pediatric Cipto and also Ministry of Finance Toastmasters Club, I call this meeting adjourned.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Thank you very
Stay
much,
safe.
everyone.
Take
And
care.
we're sorry
God bless
because
you all.
it's quite
Bye-bye.
late. Yeah. Bye. I really enjoyed the session. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for helping us.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you, everyone. Such a
Pediatrics.
nice
Thank
meeting.
you. Yeah. See you
Thank you
again.
all.
Toastmaster
Thank you so
Natali.
much, everyone.
Bye.
Talk to you